Hey guys, a while back, comicbook.com and Collider were able to visit the set of Godzilla vs. Kong, and now they have articles discussing what they saw and heard. There are definitely potential spoilers here, so be warned. For this video, I want to focus on what they saw with the skull of Kevin, or the left head of King Ghidorah. They also discussed the reasoning for Godzilla and Kong to be fighting in the first place, but I'll cover that in the next video. For now though, let's take a look at the skull of King Ghidorah and how it may tie into MechaGodzilla. Okay, so first off, we have this image that was released from Warner Brothers and Legendary. It appears to be the inside of that Ghidorah skull, and on the roof of it is some kind of large spherical or diamond-shaped device. It's glowing a purplish color, and on a circular bracket around the center of the device are attached several red and blue colored connections. This could even tie into the reference to the blue theme of Godzilla and the reddish theme of Kong that we've seen in the posters. You can see Rin Serizawa in the center of the image, and there are movie set workers all around him. Now, according to comicbook.com, the 60-foot long set piece of Ghidorah's replaced head had a highly reflective floor, helping to fill the inside of the head with neon color. They said that when they walked onto the set, that the skull had been wired up and made technological, saying that it was one of the cooler sets that they had been on, as it looked like they had taken the organic matter of Ghidorah and mechanized it into some new kind of mechanized creature. This almost sounds like they're talking about Mecha King Ghidorah, but I'm betting that it's in reference to MechaGodzilla. The question I still have though, is that many of us thought that the Ghidorah skull would be used inside of MechaG's head, but it appears here that it may be in a different location, separate of MechaGodzilla, likely controlled remotely somehow. However, I still wouldn't rule out all of this being inside of MechaG. I'm just leaning towards the possibility that it isn't. Comicbook.com would also mention that close behind this set, atop a metal staircase which is part of the film's canon, is what they called the control room, mentioning that it all seems to hint that this is somehow tied to MechaG. It all gives vibes of a Pacific Rim-like drift to give someone control of the gigantic robot. In my opinion, they're likely talking about the room that we see Rin Serizawa in during the trailer. Collider's article mentions a scene that they watched with Madison, Josh, and Bernie, where they are working to infiltrate the skull to find out what exactly Apex is up to. A take they saw repeatedly is where a sinister character, Rin Serizawa, comes in and talks to an unseen pilot and says in a disturbingly calm voice, "Thank you for your service." It's a bit uneasy, but obviously whatever this monster skull is doing is something big and important to the bad guys. So that's just another mention of the skull not being attached to MechaG, but even after seeing the skull and its technological attachments, we still don't know exactly how it's being used yet. I thought about using Ghidorah for its lightning abilities to power MechaG, but a power source you'd think would be inside the robot or cyborg, whichever it turns out to be. So for now, I have to lean towards the skull being used for its Alpha Call ability, which we know would upset Godzilla. And with that said, I'd love to know what you guys think about the skull of Ghidorah. Stay tuned for the next video, where I cover more from the set visits where they explain the reason Godzilla and Kong are fighting in the first place, including the motivation of Godzilla as seen in those trailers. But for now, let's discuss the Ghidorah skull down in the comments. Take care guys, your likes, shares, comments, and subscriptions go a long way towards helping the channel grow. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.